Tell my sister I don't like you, but the butterflies cut like knives when you're around. 3, 4.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're back for another round of Wednesday Cup. And I'll tell you what, ladies and gents, it is going to be a rip schnorrer, because here we are. We're in the Sensational TV studio for the first time. It's brand new, it's spanking and it's shining. And I'm joined by my co-commentator, just to my left here, Mr. Zach O'Reilly. How are you, mate?
Very good, mate, very good. I'm so excited for the event tonight. It's going to be interesting nonetheless, with everyone in Nurburgring. 33 races tonight, Chris, so cannot wait to see what that brings in the grand scheme of things, with the competition being fierce and a runaway Nick Mello at the moment in the championship. Who's going to fight him?
Oh, well, looking at the championship standings, it's Fitness who's coming second, but I tell you what, his old mate and old sparring partner and old teammate, Alex McEwen, is out on track tonight, so that's a bit of a warning sign to anyone.
Oh yeah, especially when everyone sort of gets a bit fire under the collar on the first lap. You never know what's going to happen, especially when it comes to qualifying, which we've got right about now. Everyone's been swinging out for their opening laps, and I reckon a lot of these guys will be getting the horns up tonight and hoping for a very good result to climb their way back up to the championship. Just moved it into the fence. But speaking of this, he was second in the championship coming into round 3, and now he is fifth, fourth in the championship. So one round he missed, and it's changed the whole perspective on the competition.
Absolutely. Attendance is key here at Wednesday Cup. There are just so many runners out there, and so many talented individuals as well. If you end up behind the 8 ball, you really don't you?
Yeah, definitely. It definitely can. And when like anything, consistency is key. You don't have to win every race to win a championship. And when it comes to that sort of thing, mate, I reckon that we know best about that. We get to DX under at the moment for everyone's driving around. But mate, you can be in it to win it, but you can turn up every round, you can be in it for the hunt, no doubt there.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, Mac. And as you can see, the goldware on the table here in front of us is proof in the pudding of that. But I'll tell you what, you guys have had enough of looking at our faces. We're going to switch over to the server now and get a bit of a closer view of what's happening here. Who's out on track first? Is it Alex McEwen is the first man across the line? It's usually Nick Mello, but it looks like Alex McEwen has beaten him to the punch this time.
Yeah, and I reckon that when it comes to get that clear track space around this little GT Sprint layout, we'll get that up in a second to show you what's happening. It's going to be a quick house, just like the way Australia is as well tonight. And I reckon with a bit of clear track in front of you, you're going to have the best opportunity to make amends and get through the racing tonight and get a roaring lap into qualifying.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, isn't it? When it's a big field like this, getting your nose in front and making up a few positions in qualifying is vital to stay away from the shenanigans and the rubbish of mid-pack drama, which seems to happen sometimes here on a crowded track. It's only a small layout today. It's the sprint version of Nurburgring. We'll bring up the little track guide here while these guys are still in their sort of opening stanza of their qualifying. It is a 10-minute qualifying session here at the Nurburgring sprint section. It's followed up by race 1, should I say, 15 minutes. Race 2 of 16 minutes, and that is a reverse top 10. And then the third race of the night is 17 minutes. It's a top 12 reverse grid. Top speed these guys are getting up to is about 2:32 down the back straight there, which is not to be shied at. The fastest in practice was Clayton Pine, but I don't see him in the... Oh no, there he goes. He goes up to the second spot on the timing tower as we speak. 12 turns, and the lap record is Kinya Sato in 2014. So that's our little track guide for this week. And while we were yapping, McEwen has set the fastest time, so he is on provisional pole at the moment with a 1:30.797.
Yeah, very good lap to open, and that's a banker with being in the 130s. You're going to be in the 130, low 130, 129, high 129s, if I can speak properly. That's where you want to be, and Alex is now even up again. He's 3/10 up on PB, so he's going to come around and present the fastest time. He got in here beforehand, but times are important, and they were very close on the practice circuit, Chris. Between Clayton Pine just running away with the 129, everyone was in that high 129. Low 130. So I think there was about 10 cars within 5 tenths of each other. That is some big stuff.
Holy moly. Yes, we can see Alex has gone purple in the first sector there. There is no Marcus. Oh, geez, he's just getting a little bit wobbly there in between the final two turns, P11 and 12, I assume. And here he goes, just sets himself down the back straight, or main straight, across the line, and does not improve. So, yeah, that little wobble he had towards the end of that lap really cost him.
Yeah, very so that is a vital little left the rock whoop-de-doo. But it's on the normal chicane, and you can see at Nurburgring in Formula 1, it is more of a sweeping chicane, and it is vital to get that right, Chris. You can gain at least 5 tenths of a second or lose it if you don't get that trajectory right on entry, and we saw that there with Alex McEwen. So everyone who can get that right is going to find themselves up at the end of the qualifying.
Oh, absolutely. We've seen anything happen here in these qualifying sessions. And, there goes Clayton Pine just getting turned around. So proof in the pudding again that anything can happen in these qualifying sessions early on. We've got 5 minutes to go. Pine is only 0.02 behind the leader at the moment. Holy moly.
That's quick. That's a bee's foreskin, if you don't mind the pun there. Not a bee's dick, that is a foreskin. And it looks like Alex is, again, 2 tenths up in the purple sector so far for his lap. So he's going to come around and hopefully not stuff up that chicane like he did before. where we're going to see everyone climb the field at the moment with 5 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the session. We've got McEwen, Pine, Buttigieg, Fitness, Mallow, Ferguson and Iron Rod and Claypole just pumps his way up into 7th place at the moment. Look at the closeness of the times there. We've got 30s, we've got 31s. Alex McEwen's gone bang with the 1:30.4. So that is now the time to beat, ladies and gentlemen, and all drivers on circuit will be looking at that going, how the hell am I going to get that with all this lap traffic? And it is very important to get a bit of clear space in front of you, and let's see where it ends up for the remainder of qualifying.
Yeah, it's you're dead right there. It's almost worse sometimes just finding a little bit of track where you can pull over safely and sit there and just wait for a little gap. Look on your track map and wait for a little gap to present itself and just slot in and see if you can hang on for a couple of laps and get that clear air in front of you, because as I said in the earlier stages of this broadcast, it is so vital to make up all the positions you can in qualifying.
Yeah, my word. And when it comes to the first lap shenanigans too in Wednesday Cup, you just never know where it could end you. And we saw it at Road Atlanta. Alex McEwen was up in a prime position, got knocked wide, and then ended up dead last. So, anything can happen. If you can get as far away from the carnage as possible, you might as well get it done in qualifying and get yourself up the pointy end to avoid the riffraff.
Yeah, you got to avoid that riffraff. That's vital. There goes James Claypole off the road as well, having a bit of riffraff himself. Let's see who's down the field a little bit that we haven't seen. Nathan Hughes, out of position down there in 16th at the moment.
Yeah, Nathan Hughes will get up there. Don't worry about the Hughes dog. He'll be there somewhere in the pointy end. He was having a cracking round last week. He was on fire. He was fighting for second and third. Nick Mallow just ran away, but that was bloody good to see Nathan Hughes. He'll fight his feet, I'm sure. And Alex McEwen still hasn't been picked, mind you, Chris, and Fabian Fitness is now in second. He's jumped Clayton Pine with a 1:30.792, so that was a great lap by him. But we'll see where Nathan Hughes can end up at the end of the session. His mum will be watching in this chat, I'm sure. Heather will be there. Don't you worry about that. She'll be supporting him for the whole round. It's always good to see Heather in the chat there. So if you are there, Heather, happy Wednesday Cup to you for round 5.
Yeah, g'day Heather in the chat if she is. We've got a few new viewers here tonight, and if you're enjoying it, remember to hit the subscribe button, as we're going to just keep harping on about it. Just shut your ears if you've already subscribed, because you've heard the spiel before. But as it comes down to it now, we're in the final 2 minutes and 24 seconds of this qualifying session. Nathan Hughes, we're still on board with him, is tracking in a fair bit of traffic at the moment. I think he's starting to sweat a little bit, trying to find a bit of clear air.
Yeah, well, he's a good 9/10 up on his PB, so that's going to bump him into the 31s. Not enough at the moment, but that should put him in the top 10 at the bare minimum if no one in front of him improves at this point in time. He's got a bit of lap traffic there in front of him. That guy's going to have to get out of the way quick, smart. I'm not sure what the hell is going on there, but geez Louise, I think that is Chris Eckert in front of him. Yes, it is. And blocking poor old Nathan Hughes at the moment. And this is the normal qualifying etiquette is get out of the way. And he's not doing that at the moment, is Chris Eckert. He's sort of glitzing all over the place. He's gone wide and Nathan Hughes' lap. Nathan Hughes has lost half a second just with that sort of behaviour there by Chris Eckert. So very, very unsportsmanlike there. But Nathan Hughes now has really only got 2 laps to get the job done. Not even. He's only got this lap to go to get himself up into a top 10 at least. Tim Weckett's gone into 8th place now. Jack Fergus is in 12th. Nick Moley, Underground Mammal, is in 11th. And Alex McEwen's done a 1:30.2 in the meantime as well, Chris.
He just keeps tightening the screws there out the front, does Alex McEwen. And anyone familiar with the channel or been around this channel for a little while, they'll know that Alex is very quick once he sets his mind to it. It looks like he's turned the brain on tonight and he's rip-roaring and ready to go. Much like this man, Kim Weckert, he is up there in the top 10 currently speaking. He's looks like he's green on his Delta. He had a bit of traffic there on this lap currently as well. But, actually, he's had enough of that, and that'll be it for him. Yeah, that's finished. He'll have to be happy with 8th at the highest. But we'll go down to here to Jack Ferguson, who is in 12th currently, who's just starting off a lap, and he is up by a fair few seconds too. If he can just hold on to this lap, he'll be cheering.
Yeah, it says he's on for a 132 dead at this point in time, Chris. So he's only on his PB at the moment. He's got to get a little bit more pace into that Porsche. He's made his way around turn 4 very nicely into turn 5 here. He hasn't run the inside line and ran completely wide. I think that's going to be a track cut. That could be his lap over at the moment for Jack Ferguson. We'll see what happens. Hasn't flashed up red on the timing tower though, so maybe not. But qualifying is done. Alex McEwen has rounded the final lap of the circuit within the time frame, Chris. So he's got a chance here to improve even more so on his best time. Is Clayton Pine going to do anything about it? He's off the road, so he's out. Nick Mallow now has made the line before the time ticked into 0. So one last chance here for our championship leader in Nick Mallow. Fabian Fitness is done. He is not improved. Jake Buttigieg is done. He is not improved, but 5th place for him will be absolutely sensational. Alex Ferguson. Andrew Ferguson is having a good time out there. The older of the Fergo household, the statesman, is doing a very good job in beating the young whippersnapper in Jack, and he is still up on his personal best here, Chris. So times can tumble here, Alex.
Well, we've just lost Zach O'Reilly's mic there. I don't know what's happened to him at the moment, so I will take over. Nick Mello just trying to fight his way through the crowd here as he smashes through this, just goes straight over the grass there in the chicane. So not happy with that lap, is he? And just smash straight into the wall. That is not good at all for Nick Mello. So that's the end of his qualifying as well. So as it stands, Alex McEwen is out there, and he's also the last man on track. Very good, so he can just do a little bit of an exhibition run here at the moment. Might ride on board. No, he's going to pull it up because he knows there's no one out there that's going to beat him. Alex McEwen is your pole sitter, ladies and gentlemen, for race 1, and he's done it with a 1:30.2, mind you, with Clayton Pine not far behind, although it's 4/10, which is pretty. It's a pretty big gap for what we've been used to in this series. It's all been pretty tight. Fabian Fitness there in 3rd. Andrew Ferguson in 4th. He'll be pretty happy about that starting off the 2nd row. Kim Wickert is not in 5th because we are in the... they've had a few leave the server, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Mello's in 3rd. Fabian Fitness in 4th. Jake Buttigieg 5th. Ferguson 6th. Kennedy, Claypole, Wickert and Pierce make out your top 10 with Mole, Ferguson, Colmer, McFadden, Cook, Hughes, Constable, Waters, Solar, Mitchell making out your top 20. And there's still more, ladies and gentlemen. There's a shitload of cars racing tonight. We've got Ian O'Brien, Nelson, Witere, Longley. We've got DeLuca. We've got Bananasic. And we've got Daniel. We've got Nielsen. We've got Kurt. We've got Pinkney. Is there more cars to come? There is, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Aaron Seymour, East in 31st. Josh Envy, Don G. And that rounds out your top 33 cars of the night. I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we are in for an action-packed bit of kit coming up. Do we have our co-commentator back in the studio? We do not. His mic seems to be playing up tonight, ladies and gents. I'm just going to do a quick check on him. He is still there, but no mic signal. So we are going to go to the standings. And these are the top 10 driver standings for the 5th round here in Wednesday Cup. Nick Mello is way out in front with 318 points. Fabian Fitness behind him, 225. Nathan Hughes with a disappointing qualifying effort there as well on 208. And not far behind him is Alex McEwen. So you see those 3 guys not separated by very many points at all. You might see Alex McEwen actually looking to leapfrog a couple of these guys and get up on the heels of Nick Mello, or at least behind him in some respect. Jake Buttigieg, for his first time out in WC, is doing an absolute cracking job there in 5th position, 188 points. Daniel Cicluna not sighted tonight. Andrew Ferguson, 146. He just gets better by the year. Tech issues on Mumble End. That is Zach O'Reilly. We'll see if we can get those fixed in the break. Kim Wickert, Ben Hines and Brody Sharp make out your top 10. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back soon with race 1 and hopefully our co-commentator as well.
track race. Going pro. Anorexia. I'm going to be better. Higher than everyone. I will be thinner. Much more beautiful. I'm going pro. I will be beautiful. Going pro. I will be beautiful. I feel much better. Now I can see myself. I feel I'm floating high up against the storm. I'm just like Jesus, showing the way to go. Going pro. I will be beautiful. Going pro. I will be beautiful. Going pro. I will be
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, after a few little technical issues. Have to apologise out there in YouTube land, but when you're dealing with online racing and virtual stuff, little bugs and gremlins just get caught up in the machines, and there's not much we can do about it here. We'll do our best here on Sensational TV, but it's not always beer and Skittles on our end. But I hope you're enjoying the stream. Otherwise, Zach O'Reilly, we've got 1 minute to go until our first of the 3 races this evening. 15-minute cracking affair about to happen.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's all on like Donkey Kong. 59 seconds and counting. Alex McEwen, Clayton Pine are off row 1 and 2. position 1 or 2, row 1. Nick Mello off row 2 with Fabian Fitness. Next to him, Jake Buttigieg, Andrew Ferguson off number 3. Ryan Kennedy, Claypole next to each other off 4. That's an interesting battle to come. Kim Weckett, Brandon Pearce. Brandon Pearce found himself in the top 10. That was fantastic to see. Nick Mole, Ferguson, Coleman, McFadden, Cook, Hughes, Waters, Solar Panel, and Shawnee Mitchell round out your top 20. The windscreen, the funeral director, Waterboy, Longley, DeLuca, Bananarama, Mr. Dax himself, Alan Nielsen, and Chris Eckert in 29th with Pinkney, Seymour East, and Envy rounding out your grid.
Oh, that's a juicy looking grid, ladies and gentlemen. And here we are. We have 6 lights up on the screen, so we are ready for a start. I can hear the revs of these 2004 Porsche Cup cars ready to go. And we are just about off and racing. Alex McEwen has had a cracking start, ladies and gentlemen. He is flying down in pole position to the first turn. Will we get a view of all these cars? Oh, yeah, look at that. That's McEwen leading into turn 1. Mello right up his ass there as well with Pine, Fitness, Buttigieg all going side by side. Look at that. Buttigieg just around the outside of Pine and Fitness there. Kennedy just sneaking his way just in that Coca-Cola car up behind the ass of the 26 car. And he's got Ferguson to deal with behind him and Wecker and Claypole joining in the party as well. Brandon Pearce just fighting for his life. He's got cars behind him and in front by about a bloody cigarette packet either side of him. So it's all happening. Alex McEwen has skipped out to 6/10th lead, mind you. So we're going to just come back into the field. I think it's Claypole here and Weckert going side by side up the hill. It looks like he's just going to have to slot in behind, and Weckert gets that position done for now.
Yeah, very half the first lap for everyone in sundry here. It's all fiery at the top of the field. Don't you worry about that. That top 10 is racy, all about a half a second away with each other. Brandon Pearce is a bit of a cork in the bottle here, and so in front of him is Andrew Ferguson. Next to him is Ryan Kennedy going around the outside, trailer park girl style. And Weckett's on board here too, having a good crack. Holy moly, what's going to happen here? They all single file into the left to right chicane. That is a errant. Ryan Kennedy going wide there. He could have lost some time, but he didn't. Andrew Ferguson's going to have a dip up the inside. Doesn't get that job done. Fantastic stuff by everyone in sundry. Not to get hunted off anywhere. Brandon Pearce has been overtaken by James Claypole as well. The Donut King is going well. But Jack Ferguson is also now trying to get the suck on Brandon Pearce coming down the front straightaway. Holy mackerel. This could be interesting coming into T1. 3 wide if you don't mind coming into T1. They're driving under brakes, everything. Brandon Pearce has made his way through safely. Kim Weckett has gone wide. So has Ryan Kennedy. And then Andrew Ferguson has touched. Andrew Ferguson has just been touched by the Ryan Kennedy and ran wide. Kim Weckett's going to go straight through on the inside, ladies and gentlemen, and take that position off Andrew Ferguson. He's dropped from 6th to 8th in a quarter and a half.
Very opportunistic stuff there from Wecker, just taking advantage of a little mistake there, or maybe something a little bit more sinister there. We didn't quite catch it on the stream. But here is Brandon Pearce lining up behind both of these guys. He's got Claypole and Ferguson in his sights at the moment. There goes that's McFadden off the road behind those guys. So he's got a bit of a big struggle in front of him now, but we're going to ride on board with Pearce because he's got Claypole, Ferguson, Wecker all within very close quarters in front of him, headed by Kennedy as well in the Coca-Cola car. So this battle is starting to spice up. There goes Clayton Pine off the road as well. He's had a gutser and he will drop about 10 or 15 positions by the end of it.
Yep, can't climb, just errantly off into the circle. I'm not sure if there was contact between himself and Nick Mello there, but that was a very, very hairy place to come off the track and re-enter. Top speed nearly, 220 cars coming around. But holy mackerel, that was close for Clayton Pine. He's in 16th now. Alex McEwen's just gone to 1:30.6 for the fastest lap of the race. He's flying, so bang for him at the moment. Nick Mello, though, in hot pursuit of him. Only 7/10 behind him at the moment. So these two are looking to have a good battle between each other up at the front of the grid. Look at that. Kim Weckett has gone straight through on Ryan Kennedy at T1. Weckett's now got the inside run there too. So that's going to be a fantastic looking battle here. Ryan Kennedy is all over the back at the moment. Look at this, nose to tail sort of action, bump and run style coming in. He's bumped Kim wide and tried to go up the inside. He's got that job done, but Kim's going to have the inside run. They're coming together here at the moment. Look at this, push him wide. Kim's coming out on top there, fair enough. Andrew Ferguson is now going to get the run down into turn 5. This is going to be deep under brakes for the both of them. Hug the inside line does Andrew Ferguson, and that is Ryan Kennedy.
There goes
Kim's out. He's gone. He's looped it completely out of his own mistake, and that has allowed everyone through. Andrew Ferguson's come out worse out of that, Chris. He was in 5th all of a sudden. Now he found himself in 8th. Brandon Pearce and Claypole have gone straight through with that inside information there, I reckon, into third personal team. Monkey see, monkey do stuff. That was incredible.
It's all happening here, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are just going hard at it for the time being. It's very hard to see where the action is happening. But what we're looking at here is James Claypole. We've got Pearce behind him. We've got Ferguson, followed by Ferguson. So the old man just heading the way for the time being. And looks like Nathan Hughes is just starting to pick up on a bit of the action as well, as he gets the suck from Ferguson. And here he goes. He will make that job done all the way like halfway down the main straight. So he will get that position there into the top 10 now, or into the top 9. But Ferguson trying to battle it around the outside. I don't know if that's the best idea for it, and he's not going to get that job done. He will just have to sit in behind Hughes and just try and tack onto the back for as long as possible. Brandon Pearce, however, is under attack from the other Ferguson, and so he's got his hands full as well.
Yeah, it looks very, very hairy there at the moment between the two of them. Fergo's tried to go the inside run and switch back. Ferguson has gone past Brandon Pearce because he slid up the rears and dipped that car in. He nearly lost it there to Brandon Pearce. So position gain for Andrew Ferguson, the older statesman of the two, into 7th again after that mishap right at this corner with Kim Weckett beforehand on the lap previous. So very good job by Andrew Ferguson. He's got that car on song here tonight. I think he's ridden very, very quickly. Brandon Pearce now not letting that go. He'll be a bit angry under the collar with Brandon Pearce. It's an unforced error from himself. Maybe a bit hot under the collar, and the helmet humidity temp will be rising. But don't you worry, he'll be back on song soon, and this will be a great battle because now we've got a angry Nathan Hughes coming up behind Brandon Pearce too. So those two will be having a good crack at each other. Jason McFadden, Brian Cousin, is having a shocker. He's in 14th, just been overtaken by Clayton Pine. Clayton Pine in that incident went all the way back to 17th and is now made his way into 13th in a couple of laps' time.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a gap now in front of him, so he's got a bit of clear air to deal with, and we can see some of that true pace that he's been showing during the week in the practice server. He was the top dog, ladies and gentlemen. He set that 1 minute 29, which we haven't seen anyone else equal yet. Alex McEwen got pretty close in qualifying, but he's still a little ways off. So Clayton Pine, we expect to see go forward in this race. So we'll keep an eye on him. We'll be on Pine Watch for the rest of this 8 minutes. Here we go. But Hughes and Pearce are back at it again. So Hughesy is all over the back of Pearce. Pearce is looking in his rearview mirror, trying to anticipate which way Hughes is going to come and where he's going to try and fire that Porsche at number 85. There he goes. Too much time spent looking in the mirror, and there goes Pearce. He will lose that position down to 9th, and Hughes has made his way up to 8th position. Great driving.
I'll tell you what, go to the front of the grid, Chris, because Nick Mallow is just about to overtake or try to overtake Alex McEwen for the lead here. This is a sensational battle here. Look at these side by side coming into the left to right chicane. Very gentlemanlike by the both of them. Two quick drivers.
Oh, here he goes.
Overcooked the entry, and there goes Nick Mallow straight up the inside. It's going to be 2 by 2 coming around the final corner here with 7 minutes and 26 seconds to go.
Drifter.
Nick Mallow sideways as well. Here we go. Drag goes down the front straightaway. Who's got the whole shot? Looks like Alex McEwen's got it done. And he's going to defend like an absolute lion, Fernando Alonso style, coming into T1 here, because Nick Mallow's got the headlights blazing in the rear vision mirror and outbrakes himself nearly as Alex McEwen gets the car pointed in first gear. He slaps it down into just to get the car pulled up, slap into second, and he's defended that position very well here. Brandon Pearce. Nick Mallow is going to have a good crack here, I reckon, if he gets a hole shot, but he does not. Alex McEwen retains a lead now into the lap 5 of this race so far completed.
Yeah, holds off Nick Mallow, and a little bit of a scare there for him for the win for this race. But I tell you what, he's a wily old fox, is Alex McEwen, and these two guys are teammates in the V8 supercars, so they are not shy to each other's driving style, so they will know exactly where each other's strengths and weaknesses are, and they will both be very respectful to each other as well out on track. So what that will equal for you, the viewers at home, is going to be some absolutely sensational battling here for the lead here in race 1.
Fantastic stuff. I love seeing that. We've got battles everywhere. Fabian Fitness is pressuring Jake Buttigieg at the moment here too, coming down the back straightaway, gone to the inside. This could be disastrous if he gets up on the curb. Stays off the curb, there's Fabian Fitness. Very, very audacious stuff now. from the Fabian Fitness mountain. He's bent pressed himself, but Jake Buttigieg's gone straight back up the inside and said, no, I'm going to take that position back off you, son. You haven't out bench pressed me yet. And third and fourth here is an absolute cracker of a battle. Coming onto the final corner here. Who's going to get the whole shot? No one. They're both identical on exit speed. This is going to be awesome. Who's going to get the suck down the front straightaway here? It's all happening here for third and fourth at the moment. Fabian Fitness is prone to a dive underneath braking here, but he's too far away at the moment, I would say, underneath Jake Buttigieg. And here he goes. Now braked himself as Fabian Fitness, and Jake Buttigieg is going to sling straight back up the inside. Very, very good driving awareness there from Jake, because he was about to get kicked from here to fucking Timbuktu, and if he got out of the way, I'll tell you what, that was some very, very hairy stuff from Fabian. But he'll learn from that, Chris. He will learn and basically go, right, I know where you're weak, and if I get the whole shot on the final corner, look out, Jake, I'm going to be passing you like absolute lightning.
Call yourself the Oracle, Zach O'Reilly, because you saw that happening before it did. He said, oh, he's a bit too far back. Nope, says Fitness. I'm going to slingshot it up the inside there and outbrake myself. Absolute pandemonium here at Wednesday Cup. We're back here with, we're riding on board currently with Andrew Ferguson, who has made his way up behind Ryan Kennedy. So this is the battle for the top 5, ladies and gentlemen. And just while we've been talking, Alex McEwen has extended that gap to Nick Mello. So he fought off the initial attack, and now both guys just sort of counting their pennies and waiting possibly for the ending of this race to make something happen. Whether it be forcibly or not, we'll see. But here comes Ferguson up into the final turn, and he will have his nose up on the inside. And here he goes. Can he get the good exit? Can he get the power down on this 2004 Porsche Carrera? They are both neck and neck going down the straight. It looks like Kennedy currently has the better run, so he will have the first bite of the cherry coming into the first turn. But Ferguson late on the brakes, and he will dive up the inside here into turn 1, and that might be a move there. Absolutely great stuff there. A textbook block pass, as they call that, and Andrew Ferguson moves up into 4th position.
Cracking drive there from Andrew Ferguson. He didn't even have to pull it up into first gear to get that job done on Jake Buttigieg, so cracking stuff there. And what has happened in the meantime, because Fabian Fitness is now looking all over the back here again for position 2 and 3 of Jake Buttigieg. They were side by side coming into this turn. We just missed it, but this is on like Donkey Kong again for 3rd. Nick Mello, though, is that the timing tower stuffing up, or am I imagining things? Why is Mello in 25th?
Mello's...
what has happened
gone.
to Nick Mello?
Yeah,
He's gone.
I think he might have... well, I don't know. Buttigieg is confirmed in 2nd position. I don't think the timing tower's stuffing up.
No, it hasn't. No, because I'm looking at it. Here's Nick Mello is right behind Chris Pinkney now in 26th place. I thought I saw a pink Porsche just facing the wrong way somewhere, and I thought it was maybe James Claypole doing his best impression of a Destruction Derby, but no, it's Nick Mello. Holy cow! That's a turn of events.
Yeah, he must have been facing the wrong way for quite a while to end up that far down the order. All I can think of is maybe he's had a bit of an excursion off the track, and the stewards have deemed it too much of a cut, and they've taken a lap away from him. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But he is actually behind Chris. Well, he was behind Chris Pinkney. He's actually on track in that correct position as we see fit. So the deltas are looking perfectly fine on the timing tower and versus where he is on the track, because Alex McEwen is down at turn 6 now, the hairpin. So definitely something's happened there to Nick Mello, Chris. We'll have to focus off that, because there's some cracking battles going on down the field at the moment here. Look at Clayton Pine. He's trying to make his way through the field here. He's got Ryan Colmer in front of him. In the ice chocolate liveried Porsche is Ryan Colmer. And now Clayton Pine's on the charge here to get a recovery drive and get into that top 10 to find himself. Oh, Pine has gone up the inside. Oh, that is very bodacious stuff now from Clayton Pine. He's somehow got the job done. I'm not sure how the hell he got that done without contact. They're side by side here still. They're muscling each other wide here. Clayton Pine's off onto the concrete, but he's got the hug right on the inside here for the run onto the back straight. Ryan Colmer is not giving an inch, and that is sensational stuff here by Colmer and Clayton Pine. He's getting hassled here by Kim Weckett, though, and Jason McFadden is coming in. He's looking for his $1 million, is Jason McFadden. That was some hairy stuff there from McFadden and Coleman, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, Wecker just copped it as well. Bit of hip and shoulder on the outside of that turn. So he will have to go back to the drawing board to get up on the back of these guys. But Coleman and McFadden at it again. Coleman's come back onto the track here, ladies and gentlemen. He's gone for a little bit of an excursion of his own. And in the meantime, Pines just said, all right, thank you, boys, for all that. I will jump up into 11th position, and I'll be tracking down Nick Mole up the road.
Absolutely, and we've speaking of which, down the road, Fabian Fitness has bench pressed his way up into second place. Just got past Jake Buttigieg there for T1. I'm pretty sure he just did. So Fabian Fitness has got past the Australian Army Corporal. We'll just call him the Corporal for now, Jake Buttigieg. And looking like these two are going to have a battle because they've got an Andrew Ferguson who is angry as... let's just say angry as a roid muncher, sitting behind these three, trying to have a good crack and see if he can get into the podium places here for the final 14 seconds of this race. Is it going to go on for another lap? No, it's not, because Alex McEwen is not only 8 seconds away, he's probably 15 from the line. So here we go, Chris.
Yeah, this is it. Final lap, ladies and gentlemen. And this guy has not put a foot wrong. He's managed to stave off the attacks of the championship leader at the moment, Nick Mello. And around the final turn comes Alex McEwen to take the checkered flag in race one. Absolutely perfect performance there. And that is your winners, ladies and gentlemen. Alex McEwen in the hand-drawn Rothmans Porsche number 43. Fabian Fitness crossing the line now in second position. He will make up a few spots. Actually, both of those guys are going to make up a few spots on Mello in the championship standings. Buttigieg gets a podium as well. That Rabs will be absolutely wrapped about that. And Ferguson in the top four. He will be the Ferguson household. Will be going off. They'll have the party poppers and a few cupcakes as well for Andrew. Claypole rounds out your top five. And that was, that 15 minutes went quick.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. When you've got that much action happening on track, you don't know where to look, but we've got to catch it all as best we can here at Sensational TV. And by Jingo, by crikey, do we do a good job here at Sensational TV. And if we don't mind ourselves, that's for sure. And what a cracking drive from everyone in Sundry. Ryan Kennedy in 6th, Hughes in 7th, Pearce in 8th, Jack Ferguson in 9th, and Nick Mole, the Underground Mammal, finds himself in 10th. So that's going to be the front row and the pole position for race 2 coming up here for the... Underground Mammal himself. Clayton Pine in 11th. Colmer, Weckett, McFadden, Donny Constable round out your top 15. The Constable's in the house. He's handing out tickets tonight for everyone behind him. Shawnee Mitchell is back. Hayden Cook, the B-grade chef. Oh, no, he is the chef. He is around. Waterboy in 18th. DeLuca Longley in 20th. And then we've got Nick Mello, the unfortunate for Nick Mello. Story of the race so far. What the hell happened to Nick Mello? Unforced error, punt, and I don't know. Chris Eckert in 22nd. Waters, Solar, Pinkney, Nielsen again. Bananarama, Bensley, O'Brien, the windscreen himself in 30th. And Josh Envy, 31st position for race 1 tonight, Chris.
Absolutely cracking stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, do not go anywhere because there will be more of that action and possibly even more on top of that coming up just around the corner when we tackle race 2, which is, let's just have a quick look. It is a 16-minute affair. So we got, an extra 8% of action coming up. Don't check my maths at home, ladies and gentlemen, because that is woeful. And it will be a reverse top 10. So who is that in pole position will be Nick Mole. And
yes.
Junior Ferguson outside of him with Pearce, Hughes behind those guys and Kennedy and Claypole, Senior Ferguson, Buttigieg and Fitness and McEwen starting in 10th position. I'll tell you what, do not go anywhere. Go and get another wine, a whiskey, a green tea if you're into it, and a little box of Bickies because we're going to be back just around the corner with race 2.
On the floor at home, I do this to myself, I do this to myself, I do this to feel alive, I do this to myself. Well, I don't think I really give a shit, but I really wish I did. Apathetic, somewhat nihilistic, this existential crisis is sending me ballistic. I wish solutions were always so simplistic, I wish that life wasn't always so sadistic. In the mirror I see the new white face of villainy, I can't breathe, my favourite habits are killing me. I know the difference between rich and be right. And I'll waste another night. I seek a remedy for the holes inside of me. I get my paycheck and piss it up the wall. I got the dollars but no sense at all. I load up, bought some liquor ammunition, chase the feeling that I seek to rid myself of inhibition. Cause I'm conditioned to see the forest for the trees. I'm on my knees saying please God please. I'll take the win and won't think about the past. I burn a candle on the built to last a while. Hold my head high and I'll laugh. This is the path that we all embark. Do it with my chin up and I smile. Find some comfort in the friends that I've made. And make some memories before my memories fade.
Call it a come down. Euphoria is far away. Call me reckless. Something's gone astray. Was it the way you looked at me? I don't have a clue. Oh, say I'm into you. Would you come through? Oh, I've been sleeping in your bed for quite some time, and this seems to be where the stars align. I know I can seem a little bit crazy, but you're my favorite flower, you're my daisy. Baby, you're my daisy. Oh, baby, you're my daisy. Baby, you're my daisy. Call it a breakdown. Drinking while you're at work. Come home to find me.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, and there are another 30 fucking heaps cars out on the grid. It's a top 10 reverse grid. We've got Nick Mole off pole. That just rolls. Nick Mole
How's that?
off pole, rolls off the tongue. Jackie Ferguson up there next to him with Brandon Pearce, Nathan Hughes, Kennedy Claypole, Ferguson, Buttigieg, Fitness, and Alex McEwen rounding out your top 10 here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get some predictions in, because this is the time where you can jag a sensational entertainment pack, which doesn't actually exist, but I like to say that it does. You might get a T-shirt and
It exists in the future. It exists in the future.
Yeah, it'll be a Ford ported entertainment pack coming your way at some point in the future, if you can guess the top 4 in correct order. It's a bit easier in race 1, so race 2 is where it's at. We've got the reverse grid, so anything can happen out here. You're going to see the faster guys that won the last race just sort of trying to cut through the pack. Where is Mello starting? That is
Mello is starting in 22nd. 21st.
21st. Yeah, exactly. Keep an eye on him. We'll be on Mello watch here up in the sensational commentary box here at the Nurburgring. Having a bit of German beer and what are those? What's this thing here? It's a big pretzel. Do they do
Pretzel
pretzels
and a
in Germany?
Stein.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretzel and a Stein. Not sure why. But pretzel and a Stein is good.
Yeah, it seems to be the thing to do when in Rome or when in Germany.
When in
Do
Germany,
that thing.
as I said, Germany, ladies and gentlemen, is the country where there's more culture than a penicillin factory at some point, and looks like we've got and less humour than a penicillin factory too,
That's
if you don't
right.
mind. But
Yep.
no way is that going to hamper us here, because the lights are up and going, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Munro, take us away.
We are just about set for a start. Nick Mole gets a pretty tardy start, and that will be Ferguson getting the head, and he will lead into turn one. We've got Pierce, Hughes, Kennedy all lining up behind him. We're going to ride on board with Kennedy. As the seas part, he will try and just poke his nose up the inside, but Jack Ferguson covers it off nicely. Look at Mole all the way out there in the boonies, going the long way around, and he will actually sweep around. That is Hughes. He will take the lead of the race so far. Ferguson in second position, giving him a bit of curry as well. There's Kennedy going off the track. Holy moly, get a grip of all these cars just spewing down the back straight here. We're going to just keep the camera still and watch that beautiful field. Look at them all. Oh my God, that's so many Porsches. Holy moly. I haven't seen that many Porsches since the local private school function happening down the road. But Ferguson has just leapfrogged Hughes into the front of the race. Hughes is right up his ass too. That's Pierce there, Kennedy, Mole, and there's two wide all the way back to looks like 10th, and that's Kim Weckert at the moment.
Yep, Kim Wickett's up there. He's having a good crack for 11th and 10th between himself and Fabian Fitness. Kim's just on the grass there doing the best lawnmower impression. Looks like all these drivers are getting their way through, but the cork in the bottle at the moment is Nathan Hughes. He is getting hounded at the moment here by Ryan Kennedy, and Brandon Pierce behind him, falling back just a position there too for the opening lap here. That is a very wide Nick Mole. No, it's not. That is a very wide Andrew Ferguson, if you don't mind, and he's gone completely off into the boonies. He is out and about, hung wide, 14th, 15th, maybe here by the time he gets onto the front straightaway. That is disaster for him. Kim Weckert is now in 9th place. Look at the cars in front of Kim Weckert here at the moment. Holy cow, we've got Clayton Pine in 6th place. We've got Fabian Fitness around the outside trying to do a trailer park girl move. Is he going to get the job done here as Fabian is ran very deep into the corner, side by side there with Clayton Pine. But Clayton Pine's got the job done on him, so Pine now finding a way through the field, hoping to get that pace replicated in the practice session up onto the racetrack at the moment.
Holy moly, it's all happening. We're going to go check out Nick Mello at the moment. He's got an absolute gaggle of cars in front of him, the first one of which is Colmer. He just goes up the inside there at turn 4, nice and easy, and he's got Constable in his sights, and he's got a pretty good run as well. He might even think about a little switcheroo here, or maybe just go around the outside. Oh, there's an accident in front, and he splits the seas. That's very nice driving.
Johnny Constable
from Mello there, gets past McFadden and Constable, who are both facing the wrong way. But that is the end of that. So he's got a little bit of a gap now and a little bit of breathing room behind him as well, which is probably what he wants at this stage of the race. Alan Nielsen now, he's got Tony DeLuca in his sights. He's only a couple of tenths behind, and he's probably got a pretty good look at most of the field here as well. He's got about 15 cars in front of him as we speak. There's everyone else has just sort of settled down as well. So he's got Clayton Waters right up his ass as well. So he's looking both directions at the moment. Is Alan Nielsen in the Fujifilm number 16. He's done a good job to just put a few tenths on him as well in that final sector. But look at DeLuca getting right out sideways there around the final turn, which will give Nielsen a fair bit of encouragement down this front straight, Zach O'Reilly.
Yep, spot on. It's going to be very, very encouraging by everyone in Sundry. They're looking like they're a bit racier and a bit edgier here in race 2, Chris. And Pierce is gone. He is out of this race and sideways doing a U-turn, bumping it into the barrier there, just saying, oh, don't worry about the plastics, guys. I'll keep racing. He has gone all the way down to 17th as Brandon Pierce. But look up at the front Alex McEwen is now making his way into third place, trying to get around the outside of Ryan Kennedy. Does so. Kennedy spun it. He's going to lose a position here to Clayton Pine if he's not careful, and he has done so. Ryan Kennedy now has lost a position to Clayton Pine. They come together there, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Kennedy is around, and he is facing the inside against the tyre barriers there. Gone from 5th to 11th, maybe 12th if he can get it back on the circuit, if he can, but he has. And now he's lost 12, about 7 or 8 positions, holding himself into 12th there. Is poor old Ryan Kennedy up in contention for a podium. Neck minute completely straight out in the boonies and out of this race. That is a shocking sight to see. Nick Mallow on Mallow Watch though, Chris. He is up in 8th place now. He has gone from 21st all the way to 8th within a span of 2.5 laps.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Just Nick Mello doing Nick Mello things there from the back, driving that thing on the very ragged edge. And we're just going to, you know what, we're going to ride on board and just see how he does it with a bit of wheel action as well. He's got a few cars just about, about a second and a half in front. They've got Wecker and Buttigieg. Actually, they're locked in a bit of a tight battle as well. We're going to jump on board with Buttigieg and see if he can make his way around the outside now of Kim Wecker. Wecker just tries to shut the gate down into turn 1, and he does so successfully. But Buttigieg just getting a bit too much of the throttle there on the exit, and he will lose all advantage that he had on the way in. So he will be back to the drawing board. But I tell you what, now with that little mistake, he's got Mello breathing down his neck again, and that pink 01 is spitting flames out the back like you wouldn't believe. It is getting all fired up here, Tina Turner style, ready to make some overtakes. And he's still got 10 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. And the next car's in front of him. Look at this: Buttigieg half a second, Wecker 1/8 of a second, Fitness half a second, Pine less than a second, McEwen a second. He could possibly get on the podium here from 22nd.
I reckon we need a prediction in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, to see where you reckon Nick Mallow is going to finish up, because this is a stellar drive. Mallow Watch is just on fire tonight. We haven't commentator cursed him, so we might get off him and focus on some of the guys in front of him, because I think at the moment it looks like Alex McEwen and Jack Ferguson are probably going to come together within this lap. I reckon coming up here onto the front straightaway, Alex has got the car sideways, so has Jack. They're both sort of monkey see, monkey do there. Not the Oracle expectation I've lived up to in the previous race here at the moment, but it is still second place for Jack Ferguson at the moment. Nathan Hughes has galloped away to about, I think, a 2.5 second lead there between himself and Jack Ferguson. So Alex McEwen making amends for Nick Mallow behind him, who did a shocking display, I think, of making himself go right to the back of the grid, doing it the hard way for race 2. Here is Nick Mallow, but Alex McEwen all over the back of Jack Ferguson as we speak. Jack's run wide. Alex is going to try to go up the inside and dummy a move for Jack Ferguson to overbrake himself and overcook the entrance of the corner. He's going to go for the switchback here is Alex McEwen. Straight up the inside he goes here. Wacko, here we go. It's happening now. Alex McEwen into second position, overtakes Jack Ferguson, and Jack Ferguson's going to have to settle for third, but Clayton Pine right behind Jack Ferguson now too. This is going to be a three-way battle, Chris Munro.
Yeah, who doesn't love one of those, ladies and gentlemen? A ménage à trois, we like to call it in the business. But here comes Clayton Pine. He's got Ferguson right where he wants him, just underneath the rear wing, coming up down to the back straight now. He's going to get a bit of that suck, and no pun intended there either for the ménage à trois language. Oh, get away from it. Jeez, I talk some rubbish sometimes. Here comes Pine. He pulls out of the slipstream, and he's going to get on the anchors and just to shove that nose up the inside. Jack cuts him off, and that just doesn't leave him enough room, so he will just go wide there, and that is Pine up into third.
Kim.
Yeah, Weckert's going to try and take some of the crumbs that are falling off the table in front of him. Fitness is there as well as Mello. Oh, my goodness. All these guys are starting to line up on poor old Junior Ferguson. And he's got, look at that, an absolute gaggle of cars just sitting in the slipstream coming down the main straight. The first one to have a crack is Kim Wecker. He will jump out and just send it up the inside at turn 1. Easy as you like. He'll get that done. But Fitness tries to follow him through, but just can't get there in time. Jackie's got the inside run for now, and he will just hold that position at bay while Wecker tries to make as much hay while the sun is shining. And, look at that. Who's up the inside? That's Nick Mello. Makes, I think, a bit of contact with Fitness as well. Gets a 2 for 1. It goes around the outside of Jack Ferguson. He's lost it. Just Porsche doing Porsche things. There goes Jackie Ferguson. Did such a great job up the front of that race for so long, but now he will have to regroup down at about mid-pack.
I'll tell you what happened there, Chris, is Fabian Fitness, the first section of that corner, he dived brake to get late underneath Jack Ferguson there, and then Nick Mello braked even later, got right up underneath and overtook the both of them up the inside. No contact made, but then Jack Ferguson got squirrely on the exit of turn 5 and then catapulted himself into Fabian Fitness, and then Fabian Fitness unfortunately was the unadvantageous beneficiary of all that and clipped Jack Ferguson and sent him into the wall. Fabian now, though, has redressed that position very, very well, and is now they're both sitting down in 12th and 13th respectively. So all carnage, but Nick Mello has somehow weaseled his way into 5th position and is now on the just on the suck. Just on it, maybe just getting a little bit of a tease there, maybe half a lick, maybe something like that. He's just getting onto it, but Kim Weckett now will have a headlight full of a Porsche in his rearview mirror at the moment because Nick Mello has got them on full high beam. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, you can see him coming, and you'll feel him coming too if you don't get out of his way anytime soon. I tell you what, you don't want to see him coming. That's another story entirely. Just checking the time. It is past 8:30 p.m. here on the Eastern Seaboard board. We can get away with that kind of stuff. Here goes Nick Mello now on the outside of Kim Wecker. I don't know if he can get that job done where he is. No, he's just going to have to settle for 5th position at the moment. Tell you what, the longer they stuff around, here's the view of Andrew Ferguson at the moment. Look at how sideways he gets the car there through these little S's. Oh, geez, little mistake there from Fergo, having a little bit of an apex allergy at the moment. But he's got a pretty good view of these two guys in front who are locked in a tight battle. Here goes Mello, but. Oh, geez, Weckert's just covered the inside here, but he's got his car's about half a length behind, and that's not going to be enough, is it? There goes Nick Mello up into 4th. Weckert couldn't hold on for long enough. Ferguson's just shut the bed as well. He's off into the bunda, but he will not lose any positions because of it. Oh, the tyres are a little bit warmed up as well as he does a nice little slide around the edge there. Alex McEwen, however, in the meantime, has set the fastest lap of the race at 1:30.3. He is flying, and he's got only about 0.4 of a second to the lead of this race.
Absolutely. He's climbing all over the back of Nathan Hughes. Pressure point boiling in the helmet of Nathan Hughes at the moment, seeing that Alex McEwen is right there. He will be stressing at the moment with Nathan Hughes, but generally a cool, calm, collected customer when it comes to racing is Nathan. He knows where he can be in a Porsche Carrera Cup, so he's confident with the car, just not finding his way around Nurburgring as quickly as he would like here, because Alex McEwen now, look at that advantage under braking. Second gear was Alex McEwen coming into that corner, and now he's hunting the back of Nathan Hughes. He's definitely within the suck now. He's going to get the full $50 worth here down the back straightaway, I reckon, is Alex McEwen on Nathan Hughes if he isn't careful. Maybe if Nathan Hughes gets a good exit, he'll get the whole shot, but he has just sort of got it done well. Maybe a bit of understeer on the exit with Nathan Hughes. Here's Alex McEwen now. He's not going to have enough suck here, Chris Munro. I'm not going to predict anything here at the moment because Nathan Hughes hasn't gone defensive at the moment. Alex McEwen's going to bide his time and keep that pressure on Nathan Hughes here coming into the final turn after the whoop-de-whoops, and he's just gained another half a car length there on entry, did Alex McEwen. Look at this.
Yeah, absolutely. He's not the type of driver to force anything of the car in front. He will be happy just to sit there and wait for his time. Let his pace truly shine, and he will get that job done, and he will do it with the most efficient manner possible. Yeah, he won't be putting himself or that Porsche in any danger of getting scratched in this race. You can mark my words on that one. Looking back behind, but Mello and Weckert still have not given each other any breathing room. Here goes Weckert up the inside. Goes wide and a little switchback from Mello, but the inside does belong to Weckert at the moment, and he will just rub door handles on the outside there of turn 2. Oh, here they go again into turn 3. Weckert has the advantage of the inside, but Mello has the advantage of the momentum around the outside, but he's going to have to just stuck back in, and Ferguson's just sitting back watching and going, please guys, just keep at it so I can get involved in this as well. Buttigieg joins the conversation as well. You can see his yellow and blue army-coloured or army insigniaed Porsche back there in the background. And who is that as well? Kennedy not too far away either. But that battle for the lead is starting to tighten up here. Here is Alex McEwen has the inside, and he will get the job done here up into the chicane. I think he will be later on the brakes here, but these guys are both almost side by side.
Oh,
geez, this is going to be close. They're banging door handles. Alex just very respectable racing there from both of these guys. Hughes had the advantage of the momentum, and he will retake the lead for now. But how long can he hold on? He's got another 2 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, can he hold on? I don't think so. Here goes McEwen now. He has the inside run, and he has a little bit more momentum there from the power out of the final turn. So here, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Alex McEwen now dives down into turn 1 and takes the lead of this race.
Yeah, well done to Alex McEwen. Got the job done. I'll tell you what, Kim Weckett and Nick Mallow, though, in the background, right as we're calling that action, this battle was as close as that one at the front, too, mind you. Kim and Nick Mallow are racers together. They know where each other pointed on the track, ladies and gentlemen, and these two are looking at a sensational battle here for the last minute and a half of the race coming up. Kim is sideways everywhere. Nick Mallow is sideways everywhere. It is now a rate of attrition on who's going to be the most sideways to kill a momentum on the exit of the corner, because I reckon Nick Mallow here is driving angry, but Kim Weckett putting up an excellent defensive sort of stanza here at the moment for himself, and keeping that 4th place is in his own grasp. But how long is it going to last, Chris? Because we've got about another lap and a bit to go here. It's all on like Donkey Kong. These two are going to be fighting it more than 2 cats in a room full of rocking chairs, hoping if they can get the last mouse on the field here. It doesn't matter what you do. It's all happening here at Sensational TV at AK Racing. Look out, it's happening everywhere.
Oh, it's always happening. And you said, how long are these guys going to do it? Hopefully for the rest of this race, and hopefully for the rest of the next one as well. We've got 17 more minutes of this action coming at you. And, mate, perhaps one more lap, as well, as Alex McEwen is just about to go over the line, which makes us have one more lap here, which means Nick Mallow is going to just go last lap mode on Kim Weckett now.
Kim.
Yeah, here we go. 2 of the more aggressive drivers here on the grid, about to get stuck right into each other, so do not go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to see some fireworks, and Andrew Ferguson back there is hoping to see a few more fireworks than the rest of us, and hopefully a couple of Porsches go off the track, but that remains to be seen yet, as these guys are banging doors now out of turn 2. Oh, look at that, paint swapping all the way down into turn 3. Kim Weckert has the advantage. Here goes Mello up the inside, a little switchback, but Weckert has the advantage so far. Mello gets a very good run out of there. Weckert sideways as they're going to be side by side again, Zach O'Reilly.
Oh, this is it. Here we go. 2 wide coming into the U-turn. Who's going to blink first? None of them. Kim's got the outside line, but that means he'll have the inside line coming up to the next corner. If he sticks it and makes it work, he does. Nick Mellow's going to try trailer park girl move around the outside, but he doesn't get that job done here at the moment. Then look at Andrew Ferguson. He's right there now with them both too. Holy mackerel, this is all happening. Nick Mallow is under pressure now from Andrew Ferguson. Kim's just got to keep it in a straight line and not bug it up the exit. He has done that though as Kim Weckett, because Nick Mallow's now got the suck of his life. Here at the moment, he'll be feeling like a virgin in a brothel at the moment. Nick Mallow, and that is very, very hairy stuff here. Is it going to be ascending to the whoop-de-doos? No, there's not. Is Kim going to get an exit? He's gone sideways midway through the corner, gathered it up somehow as Kim Weckett at the moment. Alex McEwen's just crossed the line for first position. Full sideways here is Kim Weckett. That's going to hamper Alex McEwen, but Nick Mallow's exit there, but he's got the job done as Kim. He's going to take 4th off Nick Mallow, and Andrew Ferguson in 6th place behind him, looking at that going, how in the God's name did I not gain any positions from that? That is just a credit right there, Chris Munro, to how you do sim racing cleanly, hardly, and fairly.
Yeah, you get all that here at AK Racing, covered by Sensational TV. These guys are driving these things to the absolute limit, and there's not many places on the track where they're not pushing it as far as these cars can handle. But gee whiz, that was a race and a half. To behold, our winner here, again, Alex McEwen. That's 2 out of 2 so far. Can he make it a clean sweep? Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, let me know. Is there any love for Alex McEwen tonight? He is coming out and he is all fired up and ready to go in this beautiful livery that looks like he's hand painted in paint.net or something like that. It is hand drawn and it is beautiful. I'm a big fan of it, actually. What a race, though. Holy moly. We're gonna be back in a couple of minutes after we catch our breath. And I'll tell you what. What's up next?
I'll tell you what, we've got final race of the evening coming up, ladies and gentlemen. 17 minutes coming your way of hardcore racing action, as we've just seen in race 1 and 2. Never lets us down here at AK Racing, Sensational TV land, but it is a reverse top 12 grid. if you don't mind. So that is going to be an absolute rip snorter. Tony DeLuca is going to find himself off the front row with Jack Ferguson right next to him, if you don't mind as well. Then we'll see Coleman, Mole, Ryan Kennedy, Buttigieg, Fergo, and Nick Mallow will be in 6th and 7th, respectively. There's Kim in 8th, Clayton Pine in 9th, and then Nathan Hughes and Alex McEwen rounding out the rest of the grid. Reverse top 12. Anything's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. Go and get those condiments refilled and refresh yourself with a nice beverage here, or just sit in front of the fire and kick back, relax. We'll be back here at Sensational TV, AK Racing, for race 3 in just a hot second.
I can't see your face. High 11 is your disgrace. Full flight, erasing what you did.
welcome back, viewers. We are back now. We've got a 17-minute race to come, and it's a reverse top 12. So let's have a look at the grid now. We've got Tony DeLuca and Jack Ferguson off the front row, Ryan Colmer and Nick Mole off the second, Ryan Kennedy, Jake Buttigieg off the third, with Andrew Ferguson and Nick Mello off the fourth. Watch out for this little battle pack here. Ferguson, Mello, Wecker, Pine, Hughes, McEwen. Holy moly, those guys are going to be coming through at a rate of knots. Geez, put your hats on, because it's all going to happen here, ladies and gentlemen.
Put your helmets on, for Christ's sake.
Put your helmets on, yes, and your elbow pads. Do it all.
Do it all. Don't put the rollerblades on, because you don't want to go anywhere. You want to sit in that comfortable chair of yours at home and watch this event about to transpire here with 1minute and 25 seconds to go. It's going to be on like Donkey Kong at the front. I'll tell you what, Tony DeLuca is not going to be wanting to give up any positions, I guarantee you, unless Malta has something to do with it. I'll give you the hot tip for Tony. But with Jack Ferguson next to him, anything can happen here between these two coming into turn one here on lap one. Ryan Colmer and Nick Mole shared the second row of the grid. Ryan Kennedy and Jake Buttigieg off the third, Andrew Ferguson and Nick Mello off the fourth. And then you've got Kim Weckett, Clayton Pine next to each other. Nathan Hughes, and our race winner from race 2 and race 1, Chris, going for the clean sweep here is Alex McEwen. Holy mackerel, that could be a great start for him at Nurburgring, and hopefully a championship redemption. Well, yeah, he's going to make up a fair few points on the guys around him anyway, with 2 victories out of 2 races. Tell you what, Fitness has had a couple of good results, but probably not as good as he wanted to as well. So he might be vulnerable to a fast-finishing Alex McEwen here. Let's see how he can carve his way through the field. We are going to be on Mellow watch. We're going to be on McEwen watch. We're going to be on that watch of that little gaggle of cars that I mentioned earlier. Weckert, Ferguson, Hughes, all those guys are all tied together there in about the mid-pack. So we have, actually, you know what, it's time to get racing. We've got 6 lights on and we've got almost 6 lights out. So we are ready and we are go here, ladies and gentlemen. We are firing. That's an absolutely cracking start from Ryan Colmer there in third position. He's got an absolutely cracking start there. He's going to thread the needle up the middle there between Ferguson and DeLuca. Oh, they're going to go 3 wide into turn 1. Are they? No, there goes Jack Ferguson just straight down the inside. Very good under brakes there, and there's a bit of a confusion there behind. Looks like everyone got through fairly cleanly. There was a little bit of rubbing, but there was nothing. No one. Oh, there goes someone turned around there in the background, but we'll just watch these cars stream through down into turn 3. Look at this. They're 2 wide. They're 3 wide. It's all happening. Who are the movers and shakers? Alex McEwen is up to 7th position already, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, look out. That was poor old Shawnee Mitchell getting turned around there. Oh, no! Mello and Kim Weckett have come together. Nick Mello's gone around the outside. He's off in the boonies. He's going to have to go back down to 7th. Kim Weckett is now in a battle of his life with himself, DeLuca, and Alex McEwen around the outside. Here we go. This is all happening here. What's going to happen? Kim's got the advantage here. Poor old DeLuca sitting in 6th going, holy cow, what's going on next to me? Mello's gone down the inside there. So this is going to be Weckett, McEwen, Mello, and then we've got Fabian Fitness. No, that's Ryan Colmer, sorry, sitting there and got past DeLuca as well. DeLuca's gone from pole to 8th in half a lap there, ladies and gentlemen. That is dire straits here at the moment for Tony DeLuca. He'll be wanting to get on the bandwagon and get into that rhythm very quickly here. But look out, Alex McEwen has got past Kim Weckett, and Weckett's come a cropper there and gone sideways. Alex McEwen and Nick Mello have gone around the outside of him both, and now Tony DeLuca's going to have a crack, and Ryan Colmer's also got through there too as well. What an absolutely sensational move there for Ryan Colmer. Kim Weckett's going to be looking in that vision of his and going, I need that position back off Ryan Colmer. Bloody quick, smart, and he's going to do that here coming into T1, I reckon. He's got the inside run, out breaks deep into turn 1 here, gets down to first to pull it up, and slaps it straight into 2nd here as he comes around, and that is just job done there. He got sideways there on the exit. Nick Mello as well doing his best impression of a Drift King in front of him too. It's all happening here. Poor old solar panel's gone down. He's in 25th, 26th, 27th now. He's just banged doors there with Jason McFadden. I'll tell you what, Chris, Brian McFadden's cousin has had an absolute shocker tonight.
Probably a bit disappointed with himself as well. But you know what? We know what he's capable of here in the sensational commentary box. He's just probably had a bit of a dodgy couple of months on the ARIA charts. He just needs to get back into the recording studio and come up with some new material and try and get back up the charts.
I would say with all that, Chris, he gets about $1 million. He does Jason McFadden every time he gets a position inside the top 10. So he's about a trillionaire by now in the general scheme of things. So, look, I think he'll be okay. I don't think this sim racing is the biggest of his worries. It's probably actually could be the biggest of his worries at the moment, being a trillionaire. So don't worry about him. But I'll tell you what, Ryan Kennedy and Alex McEwen are in the fight of their life here with Buttigieg, Buttigieg and McEwen have just gone switcheroo on the positional positions here on the track. Alex McEwen has done the quickest lap of the race. Then Andrew Ferguson's gone bang with a 1:31 dead basically behind him. So look out. Here comes Fergo. Fergo watch is on too here. Kim Weckett's had to go defensive on Fergo. So feeling the pressure is Kim Weckett from the angry Andrew Ferguson. He'll be full guns up and horns blazing here. Will Andrew Ferguson looking for another top 5 in the Fergo household because his son is dead set 6 positions in front of him and leading this race at the moment. He won't be too happy, will Andrew be?
No, he won't be at all. But he's got plenty of time to make that position up again. There's a little battle actually forming back here with Fitness and the chef. The Hayden chef, the number 1 chef. No sous chefs in the kitchen here. We got just the one cook brother here tonight. So he's just been overtaken by Fabian Fitness, who is on a charge as well. He's on his way up to the front where he wants to be. He is second in the championship. Don't you worry about that. So he'll be actually coming up behind DeLuca as well soon, as we saw Pine just get past him just a few moments ago. Let's have a look up the thing here. We got Mello up the arse of Buttigieg, up the timing tower. Gee whiz, it must be getting late in the night, ladies and gentlemen, here in Simland. But Mello is all over the back of Buttigieg at the moment, looking for a way through around the final turn, just opting for a late apex to try and get the power down and get a bit of that suck down the front straight, which he does, and he's making up a bit of ground here on Buttigieg. Which way is he going to go? Buttigieg just sticking to the racing line here. Will he just cover it? He won't. He's left the door open and wide open for Nick Mello just to slide in, and he does so without any dramas. And that's an easy position there for Nick Mello. Buttigieg didn't really have much to say about it.
Nick Mello slid into Jake Buttigieg's DMs quicker than a desperate guy on Instagram with a model. And that was some sensational passing there by Nick Mello. I'll tell you what, he had a good crack there, but Buttigieg just thought, no, you go ahead first, sir. I know where you sit in the pace department. I'll let you have the battle with Ryan Kennedy in front of you. And that's what Nick Mello is about to do, I reckon, within about the next 500 metres, because Jack Ferguson now is the cork in the bottle with all this happening here at the front. Alex McEwen is right behind him and putting the pressure point on the young Fergo. And it looks like he's doing a good job at the moment, is Jack Ferguson. Just aced that apex there. That was sensational stuff. What's his line going to be here onto the exit, onto the final, or the back straight of the Nurburgring? Well, it was okay, but it doesn't affect to hamper him at the moment, because Alex McEwen's going to get the suck down the back straightaway here. The ladies of the night are going to be jealous here, ladies and gentlemen. Look at Alex McEwen go. He's gone side by side. He's going to take the inside run, but Jack Ferguson just outbraked Alex McEwen and absolutely skipped off into the distance there. That was sensational stuff by Jack Ferguson. He said, get stuffed, Alex. I'm going around the outside trailer park girl style. I don't need to brake early. I'm just going to brake late and take the lead. And he's resumed that position here now onto lap, I think it's lap 6 of the race at the moment. Sensational stuff there, or lap 5, sorry, between Jack Ferguson and Alex McEwen. Awesome.
Yeah, cracking, confident driving there from the young Ferguson. So he's been taking a few tips from his old man, I would imagine. And he's probably been, I'll tell you what, Fergo senior.
The old Fergo.
Yeah, he's probably yelling out some motivational tips from the other sim room, but it's not quite enough to hold him off for that long. Here goes McEwen just up into the lead there out of turn 3, I believe, and he will take the lead again in this round. Oh my God, he's been at the front more than someone camping out to get big day out tickets in 2004. Tell you what, there he is. He goes to the front again. So we're going to go back down the field and have a look at Ryan Colmer and Fabian Fitness having a little battle there in the mid pack. Colmer in the just gives him a little bit of a tap there too, and these guys are not leaving anything out on the table. I don't think Fabian liked that too much. Just comes out and just does a little bit of a cut-off manoeuvre there as well, swerving around very aggressively as Fitness. But he's up into 9th, and he's just trying to get that gap clear so he doesn't get any more brown paint on that lovely black-looking Porsche.
Yeah, I reckon Fabian Fitness took a sniff of pre-workout. He didn't even need to drink it. He just snorted it straight up the snotter before this race because he is on a charge at the moment, is Fabian Fitness. Ryan Conrad, no answers for him there. That is some sensational stuff. And the chef has just got past DeLuca in 11th and 12th, mind you. So that was a really good move up the inside by the chef. Him and Gordon Ramsay have had a good chat this week. I was being told by Gordon himself, he DM'd me and said that, look, with the chef's performance at the moment, we need to go back to the drawing board. Instead of serving up, bivalve mollusks and Moreton Bay bugs and all that sort of stuff, we just need to go back to spaghetti bolognese. And it's happening for the chef at the moment here, Hayden Cook, dishing up his best Italian dish at the moment. Very, very good job done by him. But I'll tell you what, Chris, Andrew Ferguson and Kim Weckett are now closer than ever here at this point in time. The battle for 5th and 6th is on.
It's on, but it's all happening just a little bit down the pack here with Eckert, Nielsen, Longley all tucked together in a nice little battle pack there. It won't last for long because Eckert has now got his nose in front and will do his best just to gap these guys. I'm keeping one eye on the Ferguson-Weckert battle, which is heating up as we speak, and Buttigieg is actually joining that battle as well. So hard to know where to look, but we're going to go to, I think Hughes is back here as well. Yeah, Hughes is just making his way up into 19th position. Very uncharacteristic stuff there from Nathan Hughes back down in the pack. Did we see what happened to him? He must have got tangled up a little bit earlier. There goes Ferguson. Andrew Ferguson's come a bit of a gutser there. And so has Buttigieg, actually. Buttigieg's off the track.
Geez.
He's gone. So that is 1, 2, 3 positions lost there for Buttigieg. Ferguson will take it. He won't need any other invitations for that. McEwen's still in the lead of this race. Kennedy second and Mello third.
I'm going to predict, Chris, it's going to be a battle of the Fergos here within the next 3 or so minutes, if under, because look at that angry gaggle of cars out in front. I'll tell you what, Ryan Kennedy in second is now the biggest cork in the bottle that you've ever seen. He is now Titanic-sized corkage in the grand scheme of things here, because Nick Mallow is hunting him down, and Nick Mallow's doing his best impression at the moment of the lifeboat here on the Titanic of Ryan Kennedy, trying to get through and save a position for Nick Mallow at the moment to get into second place behind his teammate Alex McEwen. But Kim Weckett is now going to be looking at that. Nick Mallow, geez Louise, that was close between the both of them. They nearly rear-ended and poleaxed each other, did those two. But that is defensive driving by Ryan Kennedy. You got to break mid-apex here. No laws like Formula One allowed here in Sensational TV AK Racing. If you want to defend, you can defend however you want, whether it's braking mid-apex, moving once and late under brakes. You can do whatever you want. Nick Mallow there is going to have the run here on Ryan Kennedy. The suck is happening here again. Ladies of the night, taking some tips here from Nick Mallow. What is going to happen? Nothing, because Ryan Kennedy is confident into the left to right here, and he's done it well as Ryan Kennedy. That was good stuff. Nick Mallow's got the whole shot there, but he's not going to be able to do anything. He's on the inside, and he's completely dive-bombed Ryan Kennedy. Ryan Kennedy has been poleaxed out of that position, but somehow gathered it up. That's going to hamper both of them, though, because now we've got an angry Kim Weckett who has got the suck on Ryan Kennedy. That's going to help his advantage here over Nick Mallow. Kim Weckett's in down third position. Nick Mallow overzealous there, did himself no favours. Here goes Kim Weckett up the inside on Ryan Kennedy. What's going to happen here between the two of them? Both side by side coming into turn one. Ryan Kennedy's got the inside run, but Kim Weckett's got the whole shot, and he has got the car length advantage in front of him. So Kim Weckett, bang, into second place. Ryan Kennedy's gone wide. Nick Mallow is now going to take third place, I reckon, off Ryan Kennedy. That is job done at the moment. Then we've got Jack Ferguson behind him, and then we've got the angry Andrew Ferguson looking at the battle here. This is going to be Battle of the Fergos coming up right here, ladies and gentlemen. Coming into the right-handing, sweeping right-hand hairpin. What is Jack Ferguson going to do against his old man? This is going to be some spicy, sensational stuff, Vindaloo style.
Yeah, one of these Ferguson boys going to be sleeping out in the back with the dogs tonight, and I'll give you the tip. It's not going to be
noodles.
the senior. Yeah, there we go. The Oracle's at it again, so here we go. We've got Ferguson on Ferguson here. Battle for the fifth position, and look at this. Senior's got an absolute run coming down the back straight. There's a little kink here. Is young man going to give him space? He does. Here they go. They're going to go side by side now, 2 by 2 into the chicane, and Andrew Ferguson gets on the brakes last, just sends it into that chicane. Very nicely done. He was not going to let his young fella get the better of him there. And he's actually lost a position to Clayton Pine as well, who snuck up the inside somewhere along the way in between the second last corner. But I'll tell you what, young Jackie has got this sucked too, so he will be back in this race in a matter of moments here when we come down to turn 1. But he's just on the wrong side of the track as we speak. It looks like Pine has outbraked himself. Here goes Jack up the inside, a little switcheroo, but it just hasn't got the drive to get on the outside of Pine, and that will be the job done, I think, there for Clayton Pine up into 6th position. Holy moly, the battle of the Fergusons was it was quick, but it was fierce.
Oh, fierce is, well, I was going to say dead set in the dominance department in the Ferguson household. Andrew just stamped that straight on the young whippersnapper, of the Ferguson household and said, bang, I'm taking that position. I don't care who you are. You're just another car on the track for me to pass at the moment. And he's done that at the moment because now he's pressuring Ryan Kennedy, is Andrew Ferguson. And that is a very, very angry Ryan Kennedy up the inside and trying to get the best momentum of the exit onto the back straightaway here. He's done so, but Fergo is now in the suck. And the suck is strong in these Porsche Carrera Cup cars. Don't you worry about that. And it's happening in front of us too here. If you're looking on board with anyone else, Kim Weckett and Nick Mellor having a good crack. Andrew Ferguson just got up the inside there and thought about it, but he got out of that too.
Whoa,
now he's ran wide as
track.
Fergo. Weckett's off the track. And Nick Mellor is now inherited 2nd place there. Kim Weckett tried to push the envelope too far there. Alex McEwen out in front, just galloping away. 130.3s on the fastest lap of the race so far. Very well job done. But now we're going to have a Ryan Kennedy versus Kim Weckett battle here, I would say, too, in the pace difference department. Andrew Ferguson just too far back at the moment to have any sort of impact on that battle.
Yeah, absolutely. So Mello just setting his sights. Oh, there's a big hit there from Kennedy. He's just given Weckett a massive big centre punch to the back of that Porsche. It wasn't enough to upset him and turn him around, but I tell you what, Ryan Kennedy just got out of the throttle there and let him regain that advantage that he had very late on the brakes there from Kennedy. Just a little oversight, but it's play on here at the Nurburgring, and it's 2.5 minutes to go in the final race of round 5 here at Wednesday Cup for AK Racing. And I tell you what, anyone at home in viewerland that has not done the subscribe thing, just do it. Just there's a little button there underneath the screen there. The main
hit the
thing,
bell.
just hit the bell. Hit the bell. You get all the notifications when we're live here at Sensational TV. It's once, twice, maybe 3 times a week. It's starting to get into the busy season again with V8s just around the corner here at AK Racing as well. So you do not want to miss any of those, any of that action. So do yourself a favour. Hit the subscribe button. But here goes Pine just up on the inside, and Ferguson just getting out of the throttle there. Doesn't want any part of that just yet. There's still 1:47 to go. McEwen is out and gone. He will win 3 out of 3 unless some sort of disaster strikes. But Mello in the 2nd position is no stranger to disaster. We didn't actually ask him what happened in race 2, but something certainly did. We'll go down the field and to give some love back to down the field a bit. There's a little battle here maybe with Longley and Echo for 19th position.
Yeah, it looks like Chris Eckert and Longley just were on the brink of having something to do with each other, and now it's just gapped a little bit there at the moment. So it looks like those two are going to fight over 19th and 20th for the rest of the race with only a minute to go here or so abouts in the race. I'll tell you what, poor old Andrew Ferguson, Chris, he ran wide on the exit onto the back straightaway there, and that let Clayton Pine just have the easiest pass of his life. Took that check to the bank and cashed it straight away. And now Clayton Pine is all over the back here of Ryan Kennedy. These two are right next to each other here at the U-turn. And look out, Clayton Pine finding some form here later in the evening. He's trying to go up the inside there. That wasn't on. Ryan Kennedy's just slammed it around the outside. Close that door straight away. Andrew Ferguson will be ruining that day. He ran wide right here about a lap ago and looking to get the suck on the both of them here. Look at this. Clayton Pine's got an excellent run here on Ryan Kennedy. I reckon there's going to be half a suckage opportunity down here, but maybe onto the front straightaway as well. Clayton Pine braking right now. Now Ryan Kennedy has got the perfect entry into that corner. Running a little bit wide there and just gathered it up nicely. But Clayton Pine here is going to try Alex McEwen, Nick Mellor style up the inside. Didn't do anything about it. And now he's trying to get the whole shot here on the exit for the final lap of the race coming up here. Can Clayton Pine get over Ryan Kennedy? It's only a lap away, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen these guys go battle go hammer and tong for the last 3 races as well. So here comes Pine. He's one of the quickest guys around this track without any other traffic on there. Oh, a bit of smoke coming from Kennedy's car there. Did you see that? Just the front left, it's the front left locking up. I don't know what's going on there. The brake bias maybe a little bit too forward. But there goes Pine, just a little dive up the inside. Gives him a little rub on the way out as well. Thank you, mother, for the rabbits. And he cops one on the inside. But there goes Fergo around the outside. This will be absolutely opportunistic for Fergo. He's side by side with Kennedy coming down into the right-hand hairpin. He's just on the wrong side of the track, but can he duck back in and get a bit of that suck and slingshot his way down the back straight here and just try and find something on this last lap? We're pretty close to McEwen crossing the line first for the 3rd time, but we're not going to... I think we're just going to have to come back to him after the race because it is all happening here with about half a lap to go in the 3rd race. We're going to ride on board with Fergo and see if he can make something happen here into the chicane. He's right up under the rear wing of Kennedy. He pulls to the right. Kennedy just covers him off. Not too defensive, but look, he's going to be vulnerable on the exit. Geez, I'll tell you what, Kennedy's got that thing sorted. But here goes Fergo. Has to go around the outside. There's nowhere else for him to go. Tries to duck it back on the inside. Can he get on the power enough? This is going to be close, but he's just giving him a little bit of a bump there. Oh, holy moly. Let's have a look. Oh, it's gone. They're neck and neck over the line, but that is Kennedy coming across the line in 5th. Ferguson will have to settle for 6th, but your winner for this evening, ladies and gentlemen, is Mr. Alex McEwen.
What a clean sweep. Absolutely dominated everyone tonight, that Alex McEwen. That is race 1, 2, and 3 victor right there as we see him doing some celebratory donuts. That is fantastic. Nick Mello found his way through the field. He had a shocker to start the round, but finding himself in 2nd for the last race of the evening and for the round is a very, very nice consolation prize for him. Kim Weckett, sensational job by Kim Weckett. 3rd place for him. He will be stoked as a goat with that one. Clayton Pine also too. He had the pace. He had the hot lap. He is basically the hot lap specialist around here is Clayton Pine. We're going to have to go on board with him for a track guide, I reckon, to see how he does it, Chris Munro, between rounds. But Ryan Kennedy in 5th as well. Andrew Ferguson, the senior of the Fergo household, has stamped his domination over the junior in 6th place himself. Fabian Fitness in 7th. Jake Buttigieg in 8th. Jack Ferguson in 9th place. And then Ryan Colmer I think that's his first top 10 for the Wednesday Cup from Ryan Colmer. So very, very well done by Ryan Colmer there.
Yeah, great stuff. We've seen him. He's created his own livery. He's got that the chalky milk special there, and just coming along leaps and bounds every week. Ryan Colmer getting himself into the top 10 tonight, so he'll be absolutely stoked with that. Ryan Kennedy, good to see back on the track. He was missing for a little while. But he's back and back with a bang with the top 5. The Ferguson boys just doing what they do best and giving each other hell out there on track. Old Fergo Senior will be strutting around the house right now. He'll
be as happy as a dog with a tin dick, will Andrew Ferguson be?
Absolutely. Strutting past young fella's room and just giving him a little wink, mate. Yeah, I've still got you. Not yet, old son, not yet. But, yeah, what an absolutely cracking round. What have we got coming up next on the channel, Zach O'Reilly?
I'll tell you what, we have got AK Racing will be back next week at Wednesday Cup once again for your hunger to be fulfilled for Porsche Carrera Cup. Final round of the season. Round 6 coming up, and we are at the street circuit back in Australia. We will be flying the AK jet back to Australia here from Germany and getting you sorted here from the Adelaide Street Circuit. That is going to be absolutely sensational and simsational racing as well coming your way here at Wednesday Cup. The announcement for a next big league is coming your way here as well at AK Racing very, very shortly during this week. So keep your eyes peeled for that if you are listening in the YouTube land here and part of the Discord. But that is where we will be next round, Chris. Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Lock it in your dial. Get it all set up and the alarm set for 10 minutes beforehand to get us on the stream again. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Cannot wait.
Yeah, I cannot wait as well. We've got that street race at Adelaide is sounding spicy already. I'll tell you what, when you got almost 40 cars out on any sort of street circuit, there will be some sort of chaos. But I'll tell you what, the AK Racing League have got some of the best drivers in the country, so I'm sure they will navigate that circuit with as much respect as they can. and with enough action to keep us viewers at home nice and entertained. So speaking of entertainment, anyone at home that still hasn't done so, hit that subscribe button if you really love what you've heard tonight and want to, give back to the community. There's a lot of work that goes involved. We do run a Patreon as well if you want to donate some of your hard-earned dollars. If you have the means, the link is down in the description below, and we'd love to see your name popping up on that member list over there. But in the meantime, I think that's about all she wrote here on SimStational TV here on a Wednesday night. What do you reckon? We wrap this stream up, Zach O'Reilly?
I reckon we'll wrap it up now, but before
Sounds good.
that wraps up, Chris, don't forget that AK Racing is also a community-run event and a league too, with the quickest drivers, as you said. But if you want the best place to be to get your pace up and about and get into the top echelon of SimStational racing, AK Racing is where to go as well. Please join their AK Racing League as well in the Discord link. We love having all new guys coming in. It's one of the best places to be on the Australia and New Zealand landscape in terms of community too. So don't forget about that. Without AK Racing, we wouldn't have anywhere to broadcast at the moment on a Wednesday night. But nonetheless, let's wrap it up, Chris. I have been Zach O'Reilly, and Chris Munro will always be Chris Munro as well. It's been a pleasure commentating with you here in the Combox tonight at Germany. I've loved every minute of it. I hope everyone else has at home. Keep your eyes peeled as well, ladies and gentlemen, for a track guide of Adelaide coming your way between now and Sunday night as well from myself. And without further ado, Chris, I think that would be about it. We're going to love yous and leave yous here at SimStational TV. Thanks for tuning in. Love the input in the chat as well. And as we said, hit that like and subscribe button if you can too. It goes a long way for us as well. But for now, it is good night, sayonara, and we will be back on Wednesday.